traveled for about a week and a day. Kish, it's been a little while for you to receive a message, but you do finally receive a message from your orcs as well, that things have gone a little awry, but they've been able to build a fortress in sight of the other demons, as they describe them. And you can easily connect that they're referencing the other colonists. And
What? They're calling them demons? Why?
they have no clue. They thought your party was demons.
Oh, okay.
So,
Huh. These orcs are very savage.
Savage AF.
Savage as fuck.
I'm going to try to explain that the colonists, they're just... I don't even know how I'd begin.
Like 25 words to describe that they're not demons.
Yeah.
That's a challenge. But during your travels, and a small recap, between going through the wilds and Argent realizing that he had beast incense after the small stampede, you traveled with the Armadon, which was a small test and experiment of your newfound powers, Flora. It was obvious that you could reanimate something, but keeping its flesh fresh is a challenge. The pungent smell was quickly left behind before you came across what looked like a nest full of tattered trinkets, probably smashed and crushed, and you figured out quickly why of that as being the responsibility of apes that seem to have been at least semi-sentient, who were lugging around clubs and other items and collecting a few odd trinkets here and what looked like minor trophies of different heads of creatures that have opposed them, as they kind of showed their dominance before you all left, and Velnak got a chunk of dirt thrown at his back, and the other one,
quote unquote, dirt.
Feces mixed in. Before you started walking out of the area of its territory slowly, not to agitate it, as the other one kind of walked behind, trying to feel Flora's lace on her outfit, and just kept hobbling along until reaching what was easily tellable as the turf that they lived in, and stayed behind there. You were traveling along before, unfortunately, Raziel fell into some kind of pit trap that was clearly dug out nearby the other nests, deep enough for what apes that you saw, trying to keep them low in the ground. Nothing seemingly to harm Raziel, but slickened walls to try and keep whatever creature falls in.
Wait, did that really happen? I don't remember that.
That happened.
It happened at the end.
Yeah, like right at the end.
Huh, okay, I must have been half asleep or something.
Yeah, it was just a quick announcement right before the end of it. But from what you could tell on this trap, it looks like the walls have been greased with like oil and what looks like to be mixtures of animal fat as well.
Hmm.
That's a really well greased hole.
Just could slide right
You know,
in.
it's kind of like a god greased up a nice little hole. And now we're staring into it.
What's even stranger is that a pussy fell into it.
I know.
How deep is it?
It's 15 feet deep.
Not sure Raziel's really well coursed in the use of rope.
Can Raziel swim?
Yeah.
Decanter of endless water, and we just fill up the hole?
He's not very well. He rolls off my strength.
I
I mean, all he has to do is tread water.
I have a +2.
I'm just trying to offer suggestions, Velnak.
I know. I have a +2 to my fucking athletics. Oh, Beldak, calm down. I don't need to know your life stats.
Come on, man. Hold back on the statistics. That isn't cool.
I have
Some people will be privileged to have that +2.
no idea how I'm gonna get this fuckhead out.
Well, the second option is you can go in there, grab your cat, and we can lift you back out.
I'm just gonna tie this rope around me.
All right.
I grip the other end of the rope.
And I watch. Intrigued.
We're going down to get my little kitty.
Not so little anymore.
You know, actually, I'm gonna watch and make sure things don't approach us. That's probably a better idea.
Ilmar and Jondren quickly move over. Like, we'll get you, Captain.
Hello. I go down.
They assist with the rope.
Oh my god, I'm farting so much.
I know it's hard to hold the rope steady.
Oh, God.
So, anyways, I go get my kitty.
All right. As as you do, you get about down to the 10-foot mark. Before immediately. So you'd probably be about here.
I could see all the way down, so.
Oh yeah, you can see just fine. There's no obstruction for the light in here.
Well, I mean, like, I could see even if there was. So, if anything spooky is down there, I'll know.
Spooky.
He could probably already jump to me, to be honest.
I mean, it is a slick wall. I don't really know if you'd want your cat to try to jump. It'd probably slip and fall over.
Then it would have to spend a move action to stand up.
Nice.
With that, you can hear something immediately rustle from the bushes as you see for a brief moment it runs towards you, Kesh, and Jondren and Ilmar as you're holding the rope.
I guess I chose to watch the wrong side.
And it's almost difficult to see what it is. It looks like the plant life and foliage came to life for a moment before you finally get a clear vision as it swings the sword out and cuts the rope, making Velnak fall down flat in the hole.
Nice. Make sure that thing dies.
What the?
And with that, we will immediately go into turn order.
Alright. This thing. How dare you make my companion take 5 foot of falling damage, which is 0.
I don't think the plant life knows how expensive that rope was.
Good thing it wasn't my silk rope.
Oh no.
I feel like we should have put a ring on it.
So, after cutting the rope, this thing appears like it wants to kill us?
Yep.
Does it look like the things from earlier that shot darts at us?
Close to it, but kind of like a different race of it.
Okay.
Alright.
If it was a dart shooter, it would be getting knocked out right here.
Oh yeah, that's what I want to watch forward. I'm indisposed for a little bit.
Let me get Jondren and Elmer out here. Alrighty. Alright, so 4. Yep.
I was just gonna say, just looking around, does it appear that this thing's by itself?
It appears like that, yes.
Okay. I will still shout out, "Be wary, there may be more."
Step 1, God Hammer.
God hammer? God hammer. That sounds fucking awesome.
I have so many macros with long ass names that I've had to shorten them all so I don't have to scroll the bar. So I shortened Hammer of the Gods to God Hammer.
It's awesome.
Alright, that will definitely hit. Fucking. Goddamn, he's just immediately step forward and strike it with a fucking radiant hammer coming from your halberd.
So if I rolled a hit, I would have a 50%.
Yeah, it's like a
Hey, Josh.
that
Yes.
kind of radiant glowing light formed around the bladed head of the halberd. Becomes a giant hammer for a moment.
Wouldn't he be in the pit?
He is.
So this space is clear because this is kind of the edge of the pit, right?
Yep, you could jump around that edge. He'd be down there.
Okay. But also, like, if, say, this thing was pushed into this square, it would be, like, falling, right? Would he fall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just throw it in the pit with the,
The ranger.
Yeah, have some fun down there.
I don't know if I'd define that as fun, but...
Oh, well, I guess he's not melee.
Yeah.
It might be bad. He just fucking died.
Let's throw a creature in there that just charges you all with a sword by itself.
It's so confident, it's going for the fucking kill.
So, anything?
That's it, yeah.
Alright. Tracker. Kind of see like a flash from the scimitar before it tries to quickly strike at you, Kesh. Actually, wait, hold on.
You know, I completely forgot I had this as my armor. I can just produce infinite rope.
You're very good at forgetting these very useful things you have.
Hey, I have my starting armor was a robe of useful items.
So, it'll shift one and make a double attack. One against you, Kesh. One against you, Flora. So,
Bring it.
first one against Flora. Then that's versus AC. And then this will be versus your Fortitude, Flora.
Okay.
Oof.
I somehow feel like it's hit, but
Alright.
I better check just in case. You know? Oh yeah, that's only 10 points above, you know.
So 9 damage, and you take 10 ongoing poison damage save ends. And this will be versus you, Kesh.
Are you immune to poison, Flora? That would be cool.
You'd think.
But I guess not. No.
And alright, so yep, and that first part misses, so the second doesn't go off. And that will be it for it right now. So, Argent.
Let's
Puck's
see.
just screaming out, "It's there! It's there! It came from the bushes!"
I mean, guess this yeah. I mean, I don't as a proud controller, I don't really have a ton I can make it do right now. So I'll just do this, then Rossi can roll a d6. I think for the first time ever, I think I'm going to use my racial ability, Elfin Accuracy. So let's just roll again. That's better.
Much better.
Yep, that will definitely hit.
Into
Alright.
the
Well,
pit.
now I hit it.
Damn. I
As
could
you,
have auto hit for 8 damage.
as you spray it with confetti, and there's another little firecracker of light. It's just like it flinches.
Firecracker white.
I don't push it at all, by the way.
Yeah. You don't push it all? Alright.
No.
As it just kind of sits there like thinking to expect more from how bright this is, and then just kind of feels it like, oh, it's not as bad as it could have been.
Oh, it's just not as bad as it could have been.
And then, God, Jandrin, feeling the rope slack now and seeing that it's cut, just gonna drop it quickly, draws bow, and try and fire a shot.
Hey, Nick, the way the power reads is you push it. It's not you may push it, it's you push it.
Let me look. You push the target up to 3 squares. So I can push it none.
That, I don't know, I guess. That...
Well, what does it hurt? I'm just doing damage. I could just magic missile too.
Normally it says
The
may.
pushing is the positive power.
Is it saying May in there, or?
Push the target up to 3 squares.
So 1, 2, or 3 would be my thought.
Yeah, it would still need to move at least one.
Alright, then 1.
Alright. So, Jandrin's gonna try and take a shot at it. Oh, damn. He actually nails that. And he sinks an arrow pretty good into its side as it gets pierced. You can tell its hide is extremely tough.
Nah, he hit, so... There we go.
Alright, this time the explosion of light driving more force behind the arrowhead. You could see the brilliant lights pushing and trying to wound it even more. Kesh.
Let's see. I'm gonna do Brutal Trick so he can attack me.
Alright. So, he'll just do his at-will, which is the poison scimitar.
I feel like this is a bad idea, but let's roll the dice.
Misses.
Nice, he missed. So this is versus the lowest of his AC, fort, or reflex.
Wow, that definitely hits, Jesus.
Doesn't really matter. And Brutal Strike as well.
And that just rocks this creature to the very core of it. Kind of just hisses, recoils at your maul. You could see it kind of hunches for a moment, but then quickly regains its composure. You can easily guess that that's the reason this creature seems to be hunting those apes, is that it could take those hits pretty good.
It's hunting those apes, huh? Interesting.
As you have like a closer look at it now, you could see the almost bandolier / belt is made from what looks like the ape hide and even the cloth around its waist to carry some of its other items.
Okay. And then I'm gonna shift 1. And that's it.
Alright. Then Ilmar. He's gonna look down the hole and be like, Captain, are you alright?
Captain!
Captain!
It's me.
Captain, are you alright?
I'm okay. Gosh, how is it dank and disgusting down here?
Oh, it's like a grease pit. It's nice
I'm gonna
and
scoop
nice and
some
slimy.
off and put it in a container for later.
Oh no!
Actually, I can't. It's not my turn. I'm sorry.
So, and well, actually, Ilmar's gonna quickly wrap the rope around his waist and throw down the slack to you. I got you, Captain. Get out of there.
Hey,
Combined, I don't think he could pull up both of us.
I mean, you'd be surprised.
Okay, we're gonna take the rope. On my turn.
It's your turn.
I'm taking the rope.
So roll me athletics. You want to climb on out.
God damn it, athletic.
Unless you want to just wrap the rope around yourself.
I don't know. Let's see how it goes. All right, we ain't going anywhere.
You get 5 feet off the ground.
Woo!
It's very-
We're dangling 5.
Yeah.
Is Raziel just sitting there really disappointed? Like,
Yeah, Raziel's
we're-
like covered in oil and other animal fat, just kind of like licking himself off, like just disgusted.
No,
Like,
I want him to wrap his 5-foot-long noodles around me to hoist him up too.
All right, so you get a point to that because that would be a little difficult for a displacer. They can grip tightly, but
Dude, he can just wrap him around.
all right.
It's
I'll
gonna be
have to-
discomforting for both of us.
And Ilmar. I'll have to roll. All right. So, Flora.
Alright, so I start off by taking 10 damage.
Ouch.
Back to the other area.
And then, Weapon of Divine Protection, this thing.
Oh damn, that definitely lands.
Oh, I hit it. Did you do the magic d6 damage for me?
Oh, no, I
Oh,
totally
yeah.
forgot. So,
There you go.
this night, for when Keshi hit it.
Totally forgot.
The powerhouse. All right.
And, I'll... healing word on myself is a bit strong to cast right now, I think. You know what? Fuck it. I have to roll almost max to overheal. I'm gonna heal myself. Oh, good, I rolled max. Alright, I'm back to full.
Overheal.
Then I too have a shield bonus, and I guess I'll roll my save. Oh, easy. There's something neat I found out is you can make all of these like player token icons go on a different side instead of just on the top.
Oh, that's cool.
Very nice.
I personally, in the game I was running yesterday, I set them all along the bottom.
So the tracker, telling that Kesh is a lot more durable and that the skinnier one is shooting some form of magic along with the tall one. It's going to kind of oddly, like, looks like he's gonna go to attack you and then immediately ducks and tumble rolls. Hips.
is he trying to shiv me?
And then immediately comes up with a double attack. You're gonna go first, you Argent, and you Kesh.
Okay.
So -2.
A lot of noodle stuff going
Argent.
on there.
Oh, you see?
I shield it.
And then
I project the light screen and block his knife.
the
Scimitar.
Kesh. Oh, definitely not.
I'm getting so lucky. I'll say some comment to this weird lizard. Unsure if he can even understand me, but I'll say, you'll find we are not so easily hunted.
And does anyone speak Draconic?
The first time in my life, no.
For the
I always take Draconic. It's my D&D tradition.
Yeah, I usually always take Draconic, but
I
I'm
don't.
forced into Common Elven.
I speak Giant.
Alright. So, Argent, you actually hear, like, arrogant slave come from this creature's mouth.
I hear it. I said I didn't speak Draconic.
Oh, you don't?
Well, now we
Yeah,
know
but
that!
For the first time in my life, I don't.
Alright, so nobody has Draconic then. That's a first.
Nobody has Draconic, apparently.
Damn.
Every game I take Draconic, but, you know, I didn't get an option.
Alright then. With that, it's only, well, yeah, probably would, yeah. So seeing how it missed both, it's going to use its action point to quickly try and at least land one blow. They're going against Argent and Kesh again. So, Argent.
Shield's still going, so...
Kesh. Oh,
Okay, that hits.
Alright, so that finally hits, and then this would be verse your fortitude.
Miss.
Definitely not on that.
So I'm
Alright,
just
so
base-
it hit Cash, so I'm gonna use Mighty Hue.
Oh, the reach, Mighty Hue.
Nice.
Damn right.
God damn. So half the damage of this attack, and 5 damage. As it looks like it's like about to land a decent hit, Flora just immediately lances the tip of her halberd straight into its chest, and it jerks before it can even finish slicing through. Alright, and then Argent.
Alright, well, seeing as how the lizard man was very intent on turning my insides into outsides, part of me really doesn't want to use that skill because I feel like I'm gonna need it later. Fuck it. I'm gonna cast sleep on his bitch ass. Sleep.
Oh god, yep, that hits.
Okay.
So it's slowed.
And then he makes his saving throw on his turn, and if he fails, he falls asleep.
Probably will.
With all my subtractions, probably is, yeah.
And Jondrin is just gonna keep. Well, actually, no. He's gonna grab onto the rope with Elmar and actually start pulling. So Raziel's holding onto you, Velnak. Kind of like give him the order to like come close to you.
He isn't going anywhere. Could you help us with the lizard with a sword?
Yeah, I'm not going
Ah.
really anywhere unless I summon my inner mole.
Alright, so he hears Velnak and you, Argent, yelling. He's like, right! Quickly turns to take another shot at the tracker. And actually manages to land a shot. And gets another 8 damage on him. Alrighty, Kesh.
Alright, I'm going to disheartening strike him. 27 versus AC.
That definitely lands.
And then I'm going to also free action daze him
Jeez. Those guys. Oh.
with, once I find what it's called, surprise strike.
And the -2 drops off now, right?
I just refreshed it.
Oh. Oh, shit.
All my attacks do that, so as long as I'm hitting.
Holy crap. Alright.
They're not dead yet?
No, he hit bloodied though.
That's
Oh.
it for me.
Elmar's gonna pull! Seeing how he's the anchor right now. With this amazing strength bonus. Alright, so he pulls back 1 square's worth and gets you up to the 10-foot mark.
I think 5 more feet to go.
Yep. So
Alright.
one more check. It's pretty greasy.
Watch. Yeah.
Alright, so you don't fall, but it's too much grease and animal fat for you to get a really good footing and get up any further. Flora.
Alright. Just to keep things in check and also slowly try and make sure it doesn't just keep going for Argent. Shifty. Step to here.
Step 2, my lad.
I don't think it could attack him. It's dazed and slowed.
It's true.
Good. We're gonna make sure it
Unless he
never
pulled
gets-
out pocket sand. No.
Pocket sand.
My only weakness.
Done so much damage. Damn thing already.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's hunting apes, like...
Yeah. He's strong. I got that.
So, is that all?
Hang on. I'm gonna lose the bonus for this, but I'm gonna lose this as well, so that can go. But I'm gonna use Avenging Flame because I'm already sick of this thing.
Just pissed off that it poisoned you.
I just want it to die now.
Alright. So you just immediately slam into your halberd burning with fire. Immediately set it on fire as well.
Nice.
It has so many save ends to make, it's just gonna die.
You know what? I'm mad enough at this thing already. I'm just gonna use my action point to attack it again.
Your lizard does spit.
Which also means I get to use my Chaos Seed. Alright, so it's gonna be a 4. Divine Protection. It'll have attack bonus. Which means I get this back. Chaos Seed was a 4. Oh, good.
So, yeah.
So it's dazed, so it already grants CA, but now I'm also making it grant CA until the end of my next turn.
His life sucks.
Yeah, my days was until the end of my next turn.
Wow.
He's just bleeding. There's like flashes of light everywhere.
This man is hemorrhaged so hard from this turn. Jesus Christ. Alright. Alright, so it takes 5 for even just starting breathing. Oh my god. Like, oh my fucking god, it's so unreal. So this... Oh only one action. What will it do before it probably drops dead from hemorrhaging out the mouth? Yeah, just a double attack against Flora and Kesh. -2. So Flora, Kesh, nothing.
Miss.
And then the save ends for sleep.
-3, so that's a 10. I don't know if that succeeds or not.
10
A
succeeds.
10.
Ah, no, he succeeds.
Is the day save? Oh no, that's till your next turn, right?
Nothing else is safe, and because he attacked, he can't save versus the fire. And both.
Oh wow, that avenging flame, that's really BM.
Damn, that's some intense shit. So, you can see it looks like it's drowsed for a moment, and after the attack, the fire seems to wake it up a lot more after it gets its flesh a little more cooked.
I wonder how this lizard's gonna taste.
Arjun.
I flick a magic missile.
8 whole damage.
Just turns, you just hear the hiss. Just...
And I action pointed to it again. Alright, I'm satisfied. I flicked missiles at him.
Judgment, immediate repeat action. Fire the bow.
Inspired by my 16 whole damage, he wants in on this.
He wants the killing blow, but he doesn't get it.
I wanted the killing blow. I wanted to get another killing blow with magic missile.
You got a whole bunch of those, actually. The golems.
Okay, you know.
Okay. Seeing how this creature is just flailing about in pain, I move to put it out of its fucking misery.
Holy shit!
So that maxed is.
You could go ahead and describe how you fucking brutalize this thing.
So seeing how it's just writhing in pain from the fire and trying to shake off like the drowsiness, I just grab it by its throat and grab my two-handed mace like close to the ball and just ram the ball down his like throat and out the back of his head.
Jesus.
You got balls.
And just for good measure, I try to snap his neck. If it even has neck bones.
If there's
I
a neck
find out.
left after.
Yeah.
Alright.
And just let it sizzle. I like my meat medium well.
Just slow turn on the simmer scale. Just keeps cooking because it can't resist anymore.
I was gonna say if it's dead, I'm gonna check it to see if it has the fucking poison glands that other one did.
I'm gonna run over and help with the rope.
Alrighty. So, yeah, with you, Kesh, you don't even have to check because I know you're strong. You just immediately go over, like, you see Ilmar and Velnak struggling while Raziel is, like, holding on to him with all 6 legs. You just immediately go over, just one half pull him straight to the top.
Hungry?
I get pulled out yet?
Yes, I
Yep.
just pulled you out. And I
Out
said
of the
hungry.
Totally have not been paying attention. Like it's something I didn't need to pay attention to.
You kind of got fucked.
I mean, I was in a hole, so it's like,
Your character
maybe-
is still hearing stuff. I guess maybe you chose that time to go into a trance or something.
I mean, like, you're just kind of dangling by a rope, like,
You could have done like a sick trick shot where you fired an arrow straight up to land in it.
It's
no.
Just no.
Well, I'm like a well-greased. I don't know. Are babies greased in this time? I don't know.
well-greased baby.
Skin is so smooth.
Anything can be greased, Velnak.
Raziel's just kind of sitting there, like, covered.
He's got a lot of licking to do.
Ugh.
Ooh, no, the faceplate of my computer. Okay, we're good. Alright. So this was the creature, yes?
And Flora, you would find as you kind of cut open the bottom of its mouth that there are no poison glands in this one.
How boring. Alright, I'm not gonna bother putting it out, then it can burn.
Though you can tell its weapons are crafted actually very finely.
Still don't care.
I mean, I guess we'll take the one.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look through its shit.
Yeah, we're gonna look through its shit, even though
It seems to be a lot of base supplies. Seems like almost like what somebody would pack for a hunting trip, between rations, a water skin, a bowie knife to quickly gut animals and skin them, and then kind of what looks like a collapsible rack for dragging large parts or a creature, as well as the scimitar itself actually is enchanted. It's a carnage scimitar +1. The longbow itself is enchanted as well as a poisoned longbow +1. And it has a necklace. Seems to be kind of out of place for what it has. Where is it? Where did it go? It's a safe wing amulet. Is a +1. On that.
Alright, got all of it.
Alright.
Safe wing. Let me look that up.
It's a very vibrant looking necklace.
Ooh, that's pretty neat.
Maybe we should put it on the beast.
Raziel.
Put it on a cat. Just confused look.
weird time.
Captain,
Oh.
you look as greased as the others when they were on the boat. Oh, I'm extending.
Oh, I've extended.
Aldrin, I never knew you could extend so long.
Captain.
I'm so turned on right now.
I need to be cleaned.
Oh,
Yes, sir. He gets on his knees.
Not you.
oh no.
I mean, I guess it's cock meat sandwich time. It's been a long time.
God damn it.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
But you could tell that it's very obvious that this is some kind of hunter or tracker. It's been spending probably copious amounts of time hunting these apes or whatever creatures these are.
Let me get the grease off of you.
Yay!
Did
Degreasing.
you roll around in that pit?
I mean, if you just even touch the bottom, it's disgusting.
You could see there's like, as you're cleaning him off, Argent, you just see like large clumps of animal fat and other disgusting chunks that are just kind of stuck to him. They're all congealed and seem to have gotten in places you really wouldn't expect since he body planted into it.
You're using magic, right?
Yeah, that's the only reason I'm doing the cleaning.
Okay, I just...
Gets to the crotch region.
Some between my butt crack if you need that.
God.
Mage hand, open hand, slap.
On the butt?
Oh,
No.
Good game.
GG.
Alright. Well, we're getting cleaned off. Great. I guess we can... You know, before we adventure forth, I just want to look around to see if I can spot anything else. spooky.
Alright, so roll me nature nature and a perception.
You want both?
Yes.
So that first one is your nature. Oh God.
I'm not gonna roll good. I'm rolling shit all night.
So you're looking around. It would be easy to assume this creature has probably set up other traps, though from what you're looking around between the apes and other things that probably pass through, it's too hard to tell where they might be.
Unless I'm getting fucking jet dried here. Just looking around. I'm getting essentially the Tide Pods while standing.
You're not allowed to make Tide Pod memes.
It's too late. I've already Tide Pod meme. So, Tide Pod. Look around. There may be. There's definitely more than one trap around here. There might even be more. They might even have more grease in them.
I hope not.
It's the greasiest grease you've ever seen.
That one was pretty greasy.
If it's a pit, there's nothing to be done, but I am good at disarming any other snares or traps that we find.
Especially since these are most likely for the bigger mongrels. No.
Bigger chimpanzees.
If they are something to be starved, they're most likely devastating.
Well, then you should lead the way and step carefully.
I can't see. I'm blind. The first step I'm gonna take. Spring trap.
Next move, spring the trap.
Second, don't die to it. Third, disarm no found trap.
Alright, well,
I guess since, we're gonna be moving forward. I think we went a good distance. Archer, do you have anything to mark this?
what do you mean mark it? What?
On the map.
Oh yeah, I mean I have a dagger.
Wanna ruin the map?
I also have eternal chalk.
Eternal chalk.
Chalk it is.
Chalking it down.
Alright.
Alright, Josh.
Alrighty.
Are you ready?
So, moving forward, you don't really run into many other traps as you kind of stick to more of the side paths and areas that you can tell they're not as trampled down. Easier to assume that that's probably where it's most likely not to be booby trapped and such. You easily make way through the clearings and find yourself kind of in a more densely wooded area, but seems to have a few clearings here and there. You start to see what looks like almost like stone totems carved out from larger rocks that they were just carved on the spot as they were, and then kind of overgrew in time. As you continue forth in some of these areas, it gets very hot. It's very steamy in this section of the forest. The foliage is extremely dense. The canopus over your heads starts to get a little thicker and starts to get a bit darker in the forest itself. Eventually you start to see a clearing. Looks like to be almost like a large stone ritual area, and it just looks like what looks like to be a open pedestal in the middle of the forest. looking from a distance, you can see there's copious amounts of skulls set around the altar.
I vote we go around the altar. So at least we're not walking through a clearing filled with more skulls than we have in our party.
Can I see anything around this? Spot anything dank?
Roll me perception.
You have a +1 to perception from Argent.
17!
I'm curious about the skulls myself. What type of
Wait,
skull?
no, sorry, you're an elf. You actually don't get the bonus.
Never mind!
I give all non-elves.
Wow. So half the party.
A little bit less than half.
Yeah, a little bit. But as you're kind of keeping watch, Velnak, you do see a few things of interest. Before I say anything else on that, Kesh, are you going to get close to see these, or are you just going to try and spy them from a distance? The skulls.
Well, I would get as close as I needed to see what kind of skulls they are.
All right. So you get like a good 10 feet from the circle's rim before you can easily tell that these are copious amounts of orc skulls.
I will fall back and inform the rest of the group. There's orc skulls on that altar. I'm kind of curious about it. I feel like we should check it out. There might be clues about these lizard creatures.
You know, actually, I'm curious about something, Josh. You mentioned earlier that, like, the gigantic gorilla/ape people,
Mm-hmm.
they were like a altar/ruins of, like, kind of like darkened construction.
Yeah, they built their nest on what seemed to kind of be like trinkets and baubles of other items from races and creatures that they seem to have either conquered or smashed, or even just kind of
Found.
Yeah.
Is this altar like the same material?
Close to it.
So, probably like a local stone.
Mm-hmm. It seems to be all carved from the very rock face itself. Velnak, as you were watching it, it almost looked like for a moment that the altar itself turned.
What?
Altar fucking turned.
Nani?
Yeah.
Like, to look at us?
Yeah, almost in that fashion. And then, like, when you look again, it's turned face to the side again, the way it was when you originally saw it. Kind of get the feel, almost feel like your eyes were playing tricks on you.
We were sent out to find out more about these creatures. I think perhaps this is maybe one of their sacrificial grounds, temples. I don't know.
I feel uneasy. This place.
Are you all right, Captain?
Did you see the altar? Did you see the altar?
Am I in range to detect magic?
Are you sure you don't have some grease in your eyes, Velnak?
You can give it a try.
Grease eye only. It only lasts.
I can give it a
so
try.
long.
Mm-hmm. So as Kesh is kind of concerned about Velnak having too much animal fat in his eye, Argent, you're studying, and you kind of realize, like, you're in the middle of a ritual, almost like a ritual field.
Oh, fuck.
That the runestones that you passed probably been connecting to this, and it's feeding into this stone circle tablet. But you'll feel like there's some kind of maybe illusionary effect, or maybe another more insidious reasoning to the magics of this place.
Well, I hate to tell all of you, but we've already passed into some kind of magical ritual concerning the whole area.
Well, if this is some kind of trap, perhaps we ought to spring it.
My cat fell down a pit last time.
I'll go first.
We might even find a way to stop it.
The altar turned. I wish to go into stealth mode. Face down.
Just like face plants into the ground, like starts dragging himself through the dirt.
Alright. So, you go ahead and roll me stealth if you're gonna try and keep out of sight.
I am.
And we're just all gonna fall
Please, the
behind
love
you.
of God.
Very nice. Do you want Elmar and Jandrin to approach with you or stay behind?
We're on
I'm-
the prowl.
I'm definitely going too, by the way. Stealthy,
Alright.
if I can.
So, oh boy.
So we don't see anybody nearby.
Nobody's near. Not a single soul.
Is there a map for this? I can move, or am I just?
Wow,
gonna,
these two.
I'm just gonna look back at them and be like, "Oh no, you seem to be at a
Scientific
disadvantage."
curiosity overrules logical reasoning. I want to step close enough that I can just
I wanna
kinda
watch.
smash one of the skulls with my halberds,
I'm gonna watch from afar.
which admittedly is still about 10 feet away from them, given my.
Alright. So, you step forward, Flora. You reach out with your halberd and immediately smash one of the skulls. You just kind of hear, well, it almost sounds like a soul escaping, kind of screech across the area. You all hear this as well.
That's not a very good noise.
Good place.
There are souls trapped in those skulls. We should free them. Perhaps it would stop this ritual.
Can I consult the lexicon of Arcana to know if this is a good or bad idea?
The lexicon.
You can give a history or an arcana.
I mean, they're the same, and I think I'm going to go with history because it sounds more thematic.
You've heard of forms of arcane magics and rituals like this, trapping souls in the life energies of creatures around, usually to empower somebody else's magic. Almost like necromancy, but almost a very twisted life force bending to where they eat the very life force of it instead of making it where they resurrect something.
Well, if you don't like anything that lives in this area, which we probably don't, smashing them is a good idea.
Well,
Her job is starting now.
important clarification. Do you think any of them count as undead? Or are they just trapped souls in little bottles made of skulls?
Josh,
For this,
are they considered as undead?
For this, you wouldn't count them as you wouldn't consider them undead. You would definitely know that these are orc souls trapped in their own skulls.
Well,
So they're still alive.
nothing particularly
Technically.
bad happened the first time, so I'm just gonna start smashing some more of them.
It's almost like a permanent, forced purgatory.
Argent, are you sharing your wisdom with us?
Yeah, I've said before that I share everything.
All right, I'm
I'll
gonna
specifically say if I'm going to withhold something.
go join in the skull smashing.
All right. So,
I was cautious about the first one, but now I'm pretty much just going around just slamming the base of the halberd into skulls as I'm walking over them.
all right. So, as you do, Belnick, do you tell, or well, you're probably still waiting out on the side, aren't you?
I'm keeping a watchful eye.
Elmar and Jandrin do so as well. As
In a way that doesn't give me away.
Alright. So, in this very moment, Flora, Kesh, and Arjun, as you're smashing skulls on top the stone tablet, you hear something kind of hiss in the back of your head. Sounds like a snake, but almost larger in a form.
I'm going to shoot in the dark and say that's probably the thing the altar's bound to.
It doesn't seem happy. Well, that is doing the right thing.
Well, the more you smash, the less it's empowered.
I'm going to try to, regarding the voice in my head, I'm gonna snake it off and ignore it.
Alright. So... Oh god.
And
That's
do I gain advantage for my pun?
Yes, you do.
Awesome.
So, as as you're smashing all the skulls, let me just shuffle you guys over so you're separate from Elmar and everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
You
Argent, would you have joined us?
I mean, I walked up. I was gonna say I walked up with Flora, so as far as Flora went, I probably would have followed.
All right. I wasn't
We
sure.
were talking.
Is that cowardly? Drow, hide in the back.
Gonna huddle together, touching Velnak's soft skin because of all that lotion.
Jealous much. He'll never be as baby soft as me. Touching my own face.
So, with that,
I think I'll give myself a go right now.
oh god. I've never been as soft and silky before.
I can easily bust a nut like this.
With in what seems almost a very strange moment, he's like, so you're like swinging your savage weapons around, and as soon as you all hear that in the back of
Do
your
I
head,
hear this?
no,
Okay, cool.
only the three on the pedestal.
Alright, I'm just watching them kind of go, who the fuck are you?
And with this, this is going to be versus all three of you for your wills. So,
Okay.
Flora, Kesh, Argent.
Oh fuck!
Hits.
I mean, let me check to make sure that hits me. Yes.
I was like, I should probably check what my will is, and then you rolled, and I was like, nah, I know that one hits.
Yeah. All right. So, with that immediately, Kesh and Argent, you feel yourselves stop smashing, and then
I wasn't smashing to begin with, but yeah.
As you were there witnessing, you hear them say, you hear the word turn and step, and you feel your bodies turn towards Flora and step one closer, completely out of your own control for the time. And then Flora, what's your at wills?
Recovery strike and weapon of divine protection.
So, it'll just, you hear in the back of your mind, swing. And you feel that you have to do recovery strike against, or not recovery, what was that? Yeah, recovery strike.
I'm just gonna say, both of my at-wills are beneficial to my allies.
Yeah. So you do recovery strike against, let's see, Argent.
Oh no. Oh fuck.
Oh, if I hit Argent, I can gain some HP back.
Oh, thank God.
All right. And my fucking.
Ow.
Oh wow.
That hurt.
Can we still talk and stuff, or we're just?
Oh,
kinda...
you could still talk.
Okay.
It's just like you hear these words in the back of your head.
Fight it, Flora. Fight it.
Alright, so roll,
She's hacking into Argent.
roll save ends for all of you.
I succeed.
Flora, there you are. All right, so you break it for this time. You could feel the power kind of trying to sink back into your mind for the moment, as you kind of see what.
Hey, is the I forgot
Altar?
what it was called already. The altar moving?
Yes.
Like, while it's happening?
As you were looking.
Is the altar the altar's made of stone?
Mm-hmm. The stone around it seems to turn. The circular design doesn't break or anything. It just seems to turn with it. The three, as they were kind of forced to look at each other, haven't noticed it yet until just now. And Velnak, you saw it turn just as Flora was swinging down into Argent.
I'm gonna use a healing word on Argent.
Can I try to damage the altar thing?
Oh no, I have to go find out my surge value.
You what, Velnak?
Can I try to damage the altar?
You could try and shoot it, but you'd have to beat its hardness.
The what?
Hardness. If you're trying to break an object, you just roll damage, but then you have to roll damage past its hardness level.
My arrow's even capable.
For stone, I don't think so. I think stone.
I don't think so.
Yeah, solid stone.
Alright, I
altar.
recover within 1 HP of my total.
For a solid stone altar, I think it's like maybe a 15 hardness.
Stone beats arrow. If only we had some paper.
Yeah.
Argent, quick, take out your books.
I have my max is 17.
This must be an old character, because I
Put a
am
little bit of distance between us.
If I actually max roll it, I could break it with 17.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk away from them too.
So you're gonna take a shot at the altar as you see it?
I mean, I'm still gonna smash any skulls that I find that are left, making sure I'm not close to anyone else when I'm doing it.
If I do it with, can I use Twin Strike with it?
Twin Strike, yeah, but Twin Strike still rolls separate damage.
That's fine. I'm mainly just using it so I can stay hidden.
Alright.
I'm gonna shout out, Argent, what do we do? What's going on?
Well, remember how I said that smashing the skulls would weaken something? Well, the something is angry that we're trying to weaken it.
So
But the Twin
keep
Strike
smashing as I smash another skull.
Josh, I'm just gonna use a range basic. It doesn't
The
do
other
anything.
solution is we leave. You can choose one.
Why don't we smash it all and then leave?
Please, for the love of God.
Okay.
It's just an
So,
arrow hitting stone.
You just see one of these arrows as you're all talking. Valnak's arrow like javelin like arrow launches forward and smacks into the altar, and it just snaps in two, leaving no scratches at all.
I need better arrows.
Was that some kind of signal? Argent.
Well, you guys now notice that the altar has been moving.
Yeah. You can see its turned face.
Like, by altar, what do you mean? Like, is it like a stone block that's just rotating, or?
It's like a full stone block, like if somebody were to lay out a body on it, and with intricate carvings on it.
And it's moving how?
Kind of like if the floor turned, like a turntable, but it keeps turning to face.
I think he's just trying to destroy it, Kashi.
Oh,
Let me
like if
see.
you want, you could try to magic it, see what's about.
You know what? Yeah, can I more closely examine the altar with Arcana?
You would have to probably get a little bit closer to do so.
I don't know exactly how I feel about that.
You can see there's runes on it, but without being able to be close enough to study them appropriately, I should say, it would be tough.
Yeah, no, I think Yeah, no, I'm not gonna get any closer right now.
11. 12, 13. You need to roll an 8.
Alright, so this will be versus your will as you kind of feel it trying to reach into your mind again, Kesh.
Okay.
I thought they're off. Or is it still able to reach out?
Still.
Well, now it's not targeting all of us. It's only targeting one of us. Oh, that definitely is hitting.
Alright. So as it kind of seeps back into your mind, you're turning about face and you're looking at Argent and you hear charge.
Josh, I'm gonna. Well,
I am such a punching bag.
I'm gonna shoot it again while it's happening. I'm just break it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing him like just attacking
Alright,
stupid altar.
Please, fuck.
So, Kesh, yeah, you go ahead and charge roll the Bailey.
Not even shield can save me from your brutality.
I'm gonna walk up and try to slam it with my.
Oh, that's my melee basic.
All of you, just now, because even you, Velnek, is like starting to bleed over. You just hear laughter. It's Ilmar and Jandrin are completely stiff at this point. You can see like beads of sweat are starting to come down their face now.
Jandrin, shoot the fucking thing. Come on.
I don't think I could even do anything about this, Captain.
I don't think his bow has enough damage, actually.
It literally doesn't.
No.
He's still got a plus.
Enough. I'm
I
just
want to
gonna
hit it
shout
with
out.
my halberd just to confirm.
I'm gonna shout out, just kind of out in the air. Are you shaking in your little snake boots? Come out and fight!
Snake!
Stop these mind games.
I'd like it if you stopped too with the sword in my shoulder.
The mace.
Well, mace in my shoulder. Sorry.
Whack.
I didn't want to stereotype you.
Oh, wow, we're just not getting anywhere with that.
So the
Can I look around while we're still shooting and just like, is there anything close? Or it's just
the
projected?
altar.
Okay,
At this
I'm
point,
gonna keep
Flora,
going.
this is going to be versus your will, as you're
Please don't charge me.
you're released, Kesh.
Yeah, I was about to say, like this thing's like it's part of just that entire like singular carved out of the stone fucking rock, isn't it?
So,
It's not like disconnected.
Can I get another shot, please?
as God. So at this point, Flora, you feel your will kind
Did
of
Keshi heal from hitting Argent?
That's true. You get 2 health back.
I'm pretty sure it's
Oh.
been more than a round.
I'll let it go off.
So I get 2 health.
Yep.
Sweet.
So, Flora,
my wounds.
you hear in your mind altar, and you feel the need to move and lay down on the altar.
Oh my god.
Oh no, what's going on? You said I'm released, right?
Yeah, it released you, but you see Flora now moving.
Because I'm technically prone now, so.
Josh,
Yes.
is the altar like part of the stone like floor, or
Yes.
is there?
It's
Okay.
part of it. It just seems like the circle
Yeah,
in
I'm
the very
okay if
center
you
is
can just-
shifting.
I don't even care if as long as I could chip off one of the fucking runes. I don't give a fuck.
At this point, you do see some of the runes kind of spark to life. As Flora, you feel like your arms and legs are very heavy now.
Somebody has to go move her. I can't move her.
I'm gonna hypnotism Flora to make her stand up and walk.
And I'm gonna try to smash those runes.
Do I need to make an attack roll versus Flora's will?
Yep.
You might be willing.
I
Or
believe in
well,
myself.
yeah.
Is that hit your will?
Would you be willing,
I mean,
Flora?
that'll hit my will.
All right.
Well, like, would you be willing though?
Yeah, you're moving 5 squares towards me and away from the altar.
All right. So Flora, you feel your arms get heavy, but before whatever magic is taking place can finish,
Get up.
you immediately get up. It felt like your arms were being bound by some magical force, And before the runes could finish binding you, you stand up and follow Arden's command instead.
Yes, thank you, hypnotism.
Go ahead and try to chip the old block Tashi Rem.
13.
So you give a massive wallop to the side of this, and you swear you could have heard stone crack as you look down, and it seems to just have scratched off the dirt.
Please.
Let me look through the loot bag. Corrosive oil?
Maybe.
Please.
I mean, it doesn't do any damage, but I mean...
It's
It lessens the
corrosive.
effectiveness of it lessens the effectiveness of metallic things that strike it. I don't think it would technically do anything here.
As it at this point, you can hear the laughter
Dude.
like pawns of fun.
I am so salty.
As suddenly, this is going to be versus Raziel.
I'm gonna shoot it again. Please, for the love of God, give me the fucking... Yes!
So you fire an arrow, you just hear it sticks for a moment and then falls off, and you see a gouged chunk of rock fall off the altar.
Does it stop moving?
And you just hear this as immediately Raziel attacks you.
Yes.
Captain's getting the pussy.
Me find his sheet.
So he noodles
Daddy
you finally.
dear. Okay.
I want to confirm this altar is just straight up part of the ground.
Don't crit me.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Alright, so go ahead and roll damage on yourself. As Raziel immediately lunges up and starts clawing at you, trying to dig into you.
Now I can't really see him.
Yeah, as the visions kind of blur, you see multiple displacer beasts of Raziel, as he's just kind of clawing at you now.
Oh, that would still meet. God damn it. Right?
If it's 21 to 21, yeah, he'd still hit you.
Yeah. Okay. Now he gives me a +1 to all defenses.
At this point, beneath some of the skulls and the other areas, you hear what sounds like stone shifting and turning.
I'm leaving.
I've broken the altar, and I've been noodled. We can leave now.
I'm not sure so much broken is slightly damaged.
It's a, you know what? It's a broken altar. There's some stuff chipped off it. That's all I need.
You just hear all in the back of your minds, "Come back. We must play more."
No.
It's kind of annoying. I'm gonna hit it right in the in its new weak spot before I walk away.
So you step
Hit
to
as
about
hard as
5.
you can.
You step to 2 square. Well, obviously, 2 squares away.
Would Argent's magic hurt more, or do more to it, or no?
I don't think I have something that could actually pass its hardness.
So you give one last strike, Flora, but then you look down and you realize that the stones kind of shifted, and it looks like there's an opening before all of you suddenly just hear and there's a large green cloud. Flora, this is going to be versus your fortitude.
Cool, I'm pretty sure my fortitude is the same as my will. Alright, well, like my will, that's just gonna hit.
Alright. So you take 12 poison damage,
Does he?
as well as you take as you feel it. It feels starting to feel acidic before, after it sits in the air for a second, bursts into flame, and you're gonna take 5 ongoing fire damage. Save ends.
$8 on fire.
So, looking at this opening, what does it look like? Like a staircase down, or what?
It looks like almost like an open drain gate, just more fancily done with slight curves and what looks like winding snakes kind of meeting in the middle. And if peering down it, it looks like there might be something underneath this altar.
Alright. Take the 5. React with Warforged Resolve.
I want to find out what's down there. However, I can do that.
All right. So, Flora, you said, and then you're gonna look around the edge real quick, or try to find what maybe looks like an opening.
Well, you said I saw an opening, so go up to the opening and either pull the grate or, open it somehow. Look for a lever or something. I don't know.
All right. So, roll me a perception. Obviously, you know what you're looking for now.
Okay. Oh.
With that, you just hear a small, kind of like a cackling hiss, like, yes, open it, please.
Now I don't want to open it.
Can't tell if it's reverse psychology or it really just wants to show off.
Let me come play with you again. Let me out.
Kashi, do I need to intervene?
I need help opening this.
That's not the kind of help I want to provide.
It's in there. We have to destroy it.
I mean...
No.
So, seeing no switch, can I just brute force rip this gate?
Yeah,
Great.
Go ahead and roll me a strength check to just try and break it open.
Alright. Just strength is plus. Or do I add half level to strength checks? I'm not sure.
It's half level.
Okay.
Because that I recently discovered of destroying doors and stuff is strength checks.
Okay. 19.
19. All right. So it takes a little bit, but you're starting to dig and kind of smash your way through. As you kind of step down, where it's big enough for you to slip into, you kind of just hear a small chuckle as it looks like this tunnel kind of goes underneath the altar in itself, and it seems like whatever gas seemed to be kind of pouring out from this, it was leading to what looks almost like somebody's tomb.
There appears to be a tomb down here. Come down.
Is there stairs?
The tomb is safe.
With that, you see what looks like almost like a reptilian eye. A good 10 feet away from you. And before you hear in the back of your head, like, welcome. And then suddenly you hear the same. And this is going to be versus your fortitude, Cash, as you're now in the tunnel with the poison.
Okay. Oh, that hits.
Alright. So. So 11 poison damage, and like before, as it starts to make contact with the air again and sets for a moment, you burst into flame and take 5 ongoing damage. Save ends.
Okay.
This is like some How to Train Your Dragon shit, man.
So what's happening, Josh? Should we go into initiative or something?
For this now, yes, as you
Okay.
are not very sure what your target is, but you're going through the small little tunnel.
She's insane.
So
Well, you said it was like 10 feet away that the eye manifested?
Yeah, and then you immediately were greeted by a wave of poison.
Yeah. Can I still see the eye?
No, it's moved away from there.
Okay.
So,
You need light.
so that creature. And then for Jandrin and Ilmar. Alright. So, Valnak, you see Kesh crawling down the hole before another gust of poison and then her catching on fire.
So I just kind of.
Can they still see me? I thought I was down underneath.
I don't think I can see her. I just see like a little bit of poison.
Yeah, you see a burst of poison, but yeah, you wouldn't be able to see her as she's slipping down. You're just like about 5 feet from the exit of this little tunnel here.
I kind of want to hold my turn because I just know she's down there and I don't know what's going on.
All right.
So I'm just gonna hold my turn.
Alrighty, let me just.
I don't know if I disagree or agree with the current course of action.
So, on the creature's turn, that you're still not very sure what it is yet. Arjun.
Nothing else. Nothing outside.
Nothing outside.
Motherfuck.
So, where is it? So, you just kind of hear echoing through the back of your mind, like, yes, come open it, come down.
Kashi, I think you've made a poor decision. Can we get you out?
Poor decisions, not JPEG.
Arjun, your turn. Puck, you could see Puck is like ears back, very tense, like, there's too much dangerous magics here.
Yeah, I noticed. Alright, Flora, let's get Kashi out of the pit. I'm gonna pull a rope out of my robes. 50 feet of hempen rope. I'm gonna toss that shit in the pit. Go stand by Flora because I obviously cannot hoist Kashi by myself. I probably weigh less than her carry weight.
I mean, how far down is she?
For,
Not that far.
no, it's just like a 5-foot drop.
Oh wow, really? Oh. I retract that statement. Kashi, climb out of the pit.
I mean, can I just like step next to the pit and hoist her out of it?
If she lets you.
Well, I'll say, I'll come out as if this coward doesn't show himself, and if he doesn't show himself by the time Flora gets up there, I'll let Flora pull me out.
Alright.
Although I am on fire.
She's
Oh, is
that
she?
fucking hot.
You're both on fire. It's all good.
Partners in flames.
So he doesn't manifest himself or anything?
Nope. Nothing shows at the end of the tunnel.
Okay. Okay.
We're just leaving.
Alright, so she hoists you out, gives you a hand, pulls you out. Elmore and Chandra just kind of stand there at the ready, like, Captain, what are they doing?
Lucky shit.
Well, since I'm kind of close to the altar now, can I make an Arcana check?
Go ahead.
'Cause I didn't really do anything. I have a feeling we've done something very bad by opening up that grate.
I'm just gonna catch my breath for a moment.
You recognize even though the ritual stones and other items around seem to be almost like an after effect built around this altar, this almost seems like a sealing tomb. Like,
Motherfuck.
Kashi,
whatever's here is meant to stay here.
Kashi, you just unsealed a great evil.
Well,
Right.
how great can it be when it hides in the shadows?
Well, considering that almost the entire forest seems to have been built to contain it, either we need to reseal it, or we might need to kill it.
I'm fine with both of those options.
Yeah, Valdak chipped it. Immediate regret.
I mean, I thought it was controlling everybody, so it made sense to me.
It's a good trick.
No, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I can tell that's been damaged irrevocably, right, by the removal of the grate.
For this, yes. You can tell
Okay.
the grate itself, obviously outside forces could interfere with such things, but usually the creatures inside can't affect their own tomb. They could probably at most influence other creatures to come closer, or even maybe some form of spell, depending on how old the rune itself is, but usually remains inside until either A, the tomb itself wears down and cracks over time, and by then they're usually too weak to be an immediate threat when released, so there's time to respond, or usually they die before the tomb finally crumbles.
So what were all the skulls for? Were they like its previous victims that couldn't open it?
Exactly.
Okay.
It kept tormenting them, so they would, from what you could tell, probably attack it or try and break it. There's obviously scuffs, marks, and other such things showing all around, but all were failures.
Velnak, we have a
some-
serious problem.
There's some kind of tomb down there. I believe the creature might be hiding in its... Was there like a sarcophagus or...
It looked more like kind of open crypts. You could see there was some remnants, maybe its own personal effects, but the eye itself, you could tell, looked very reptilian.
Okay. So when you say eye, was it like a normal sized eye or like a giant floating eye or
Very-
what?
Very large eye, part of a body.
It's kind of confusing.
Well,
Very
like-
large, but
like
part
some-
of a body?
Like some creature moved by, looking down the tunnel at you.
Oh, okay. See, that's what I was asking.
My bad.
So yes, I saw it down there.
Like as you said, this as it gets old, like the tomb gets older, they usually get out. Does this look newer or older?
Considering most of it's overgrown, very old, but the circle itself has no overgrowth on it. It looks like multiple parties have tried opening this before.
Yeah, and
I'm so glad we're the one to succeed.
Well, I don't think it's really going to let us sit here and reseal it, so either we can leave and hope something else kills it, or we can try and kill it.
I don't know. You look pretty injured. A mace and a halberd.
Halberd wound already closed. From the markings, can I like tell, like, did they like record anything about like what this creature was?
For that, you could roll me a religion or a history.
Both are the exact same check as the fucking Arcana. I'll choose religion. It seems relevant.
You could tell that this, from the small scriptures that you can decipher from this odd language, kind of depicts what looks like a god in a form, and then probably the children of that god laying with the lesser beings, and this being one of the bastard children of that kind of fallout and machination.
Well, according to what I think this is a demigod of a dark god.
What? I heard that so crazy.
Well, it seems to depict a god, puts his fingers together.
Oh.
I mean, it could just be their point of view.
If it's... Oh no.
You just kind of... For the moment in the tunnel, you hear what sounds like some kind of snout, like taking in a very deep breath.
Oh, great. Now it tells the tomb is open.
And you just hear it's like, I smell a fresh woman.
Ooh,
Oh, there's the dark god.
that one.
That's racist.
What's that?
Compare my children.
Let's see. I think I'm just gonna start walking away at above average speed.
Well, are we still in turn order? Because, like, it should be Velnak's turn, right?
For this,
And I spent a while making checks.
Yeah. I'll say like a few turns have passed because obviously the intervals have been calm, and nobody went in fully.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I started to leave when I heard, the snout and the whispers.
I'm out.
I'm at least backing up far enough that I'm not fighting it in the darkness.
Yeah, I would take a few steps back, unsure of like what exactly we're gonna do,
Okay.
but not running away.
So you and I would imagine Flora as well kind of casually strolls to the edge of the ring. As you all get to the edge of the ring before you can start finishing your planning, you're like, everyone remembers. They always do. He'll be back.
I will concur that I will not be back.
Hey, can I
I swear
can I have your
upon it.
name?
Zuldathara.
Somebody write that down.
I'll put it in the book. Do I know this name?
So the name you'll be begging to release you as I feast on you.
That's fucking weird.
On your little trap body. Delicious.
Oh, it's urgently delicious.
This is strictly illegal. Strict on it.
There are laws against this. So
Well,
does as we back up, does it come out, or is it just sitting there savoring the moment?
It's just savoring the moment.
I wish to shoot it with my dick as I fucking leave. I'm just leaving.
Well,
He wave out the dick and immediately, nope, around and leave.
I don't
I
feel
wish-
like leaving it is the great idea.
I think we're ill-equipped to deal with a demigod.
Well, I mean, but the only thing I can come up with is that it might be weakened after spending so long down there. This probably would have immediately jumped out and tried to murder us.
It could be.
I feel like it might get worse if we let it crawl out of its grave.
It would probably seek us out. Do you really want this thing? Do you really want a trance knowing that this thing's out there? looking for us. I would
He's
say
never really
sleep,
challenged
but-
me to a 1v1, so it's okay.
Yeah, sleep isn't relevant to the rest of the party.
Yeah. It's like no one else really sleeps.
You can tell that this would still hold for a good long time, though, even though parts of it's been damaged now.
Wait, it's still gonna hold it for a while?
Yeah. It's not like you directly ripped, like, the altar off or something.
Can I look at it and... Okay, in that case, that I know that it isn't going to immediately crawl out now. I would like to, conjecture if it's possible for me to fix it.
Like the grate, or even the part that was chipped off.
Yeah.
Well, you hadn't witnessed it, but the rest of the party knows that somebody has an item or a ritual to fix something like this.
Well, if we could fix it, maybe it would hold longer. It can't crawl out now, it seems. Only there was a way to fix it. Maybe make it whole.
Giant doll!
I haven't the
Giant
raw
doll?
craftsmanship talent, nor the time and finesse required to learn such a craft as God sealing, but maybe there's somebody among us who has such a robust and versatile ability. Somebody with a name. Like Flora. Was Rossi not even here?
Sorry, I kind of phased out a moment there.
I could tell.
I was making allusions to you trying to use make whole to fix the tomb.
Oh. You could have just stated from the beginning. For more outright, maybe I would have thought of it. Well, we can give it a shot, but... You know, the way this thing is capable of influencing us, I'm not sure I can get through a whole ritual without it interfering.
Think is there a way I can distract it? Look through the loot bag of weird objects that we own.
How long does your ritual take, Flora?
10 minutes.
Ah.
I don't know
Well,
whether that would help or hurt our situation.
You know what else takes 10 minutes? Knock.
Isn't that where you just smash something?
You just open it forcefully.
It
well,
would have the opposite effect.
either. Well, which option are we going to choose?
You or not?
I mean, considering that the tomb will hold a little while longer, even with our current damage, shit. Did I?
Perhaps
Oh.
not, but it might be mildly amusing.
Still there.
Okay.
We didn't think you left, anonymous snake voice.
I fucked the
I
anonymous
guess-
snake voice.
I mean, it hasn't tried to manipulate us in a while. But I mean, there's always the
Maybe-
possibility that maybe it could manipulate you and just force you to cast knock. I feel like that might make our situation significantly worse.
Look, I do not think it could control me for a solid 10 minutes straight.
Yes, well... Guess we could try. I guess I'm voting
We're
for
on-
trying.
We're on the knock crew, not the knock, the closing crew.
Run up.
Okay, let's go. All I've been hearing is the word
It's
knock.
too
for the last
late. We're casting knock.
The captain says cast
Can't
the knock.
take it back now.
It's too late. Now cast that close-in ritual. We're on the way home.
You wish to seal it, Flora? Is that what you're going to attempt?
Suppose it is worth a shot. Not like it's really going to cost anything but time if it doesn't work.
I would like to attempt to assist Flora in some arcane manner as to provide additional focus.
Alright.
Maybe speed up the ritual somehow, I don't know.
You have no idea how badly I want to cast knock.
I have a high enough arcana to figure out if you do it.
So, as you're assisting Flora with Make Whole, I'll cut the time in half since there's two of you concentrating on this. But
Okay.
as you're doing it, though, you just kind of hear just before you hear a loud and it sounds like metal. But then you look down and you see it looks like a bag of gold. But with no seal or anything, just raw gold.
Where, like at our feet?
Inside the
Right there.
the grate that you're fixing.
Hmm.
I don't need money.
Come, little mousies.
I just closed my eyes.
We're getting fucking weird.
Yeah.
Almanac and the other dark elves are just hanging out at the edge of the Those kids are so cool. I think they're so cool with their magic.
I just want to let you guys know. This is the weirdest shit we've ever seen, aside from the nutsack.
It is, Captain. I don't think I want to see anything like this ever again. Or hear it.
Let's pencil this down. Weird. Shit.
But this is like, you start to see some of the stones flying up, Argent.
I said I closed my eyes.
Oh, I know, but as they're coming up during the ritual being made whole again.
Oh, okay. I can feel them.
This will be versus your will.
Don't do it, Argent.
Oh.
Leave. Be gone, thought.
So at that, you feel the magic trying to force back into your mind again. You immediately force it out, as you almost felt like the will to jump into the hole.
Oh, that is bad. Should have tied myself down first. I guess this is a new strategy since we're so close to it.
So, you're a good 3 minutes in before finally you hear one more time, like, take a deep breath. And the gas cloud comes out again. This will be versus both Argent and Flora.
And don't breathe, idiot.
So, gets a good answer. So, Argent and, and Flora for fortitudes. Oh, jeez.
No, that's exactly reflective of what would happen.
Yep. So,
Breathe deep, what?
Alright, so as you kind of feel the power kind of wane, there's not as much as toxic gas as before you take the 10 poison damage, and as the gas and the oils kind of mix and coat your skin and clothes, it catches fire.
Can I perform actions while I'm concentrating at all?
Just roll me an Arcana check. So just try and pat yourself out as well to maintain the ritual with Flora. Alright, yeah, you hold it just fine. So go ahead and roll the d10 to try and put out the fire. Puck is trying to help you too.
I was just gonna uncap the decanter of endless water and just spray myself with it, but
all right, yeah, that works too. So you just quickly take out the decanter. You just see him pouring copious amounts of water. Just hear the trickles and splatters going down as it splashes into the grate as well. Some off of the gold just below. You can see the bag that the gold was held in is on fire and now turned to ash and being splashed out by the copious amount of water Argent's dumping out. You finally get to the 5-minute mark and the grate is finally fixed and reformed and back to new.
Let's get out of here.
Get back here, you little fucking gnats! Feed me!
Full action run.
Has been an agreed thing.
You'll all come back to me. Was the last thing you hear as you kind of...
As I had said earlier, no.
As they leave the one chip off the altar. No, I'm kidding. The make call would have worked on the grate and the altar as well.
Tried so hard. I got so far.
Vilnak, mark on the map where this is. We might need to deal with this at some point.
You know, that creature, for wanting to be freed so badly, sure tried its best to not be freed. Instead of trying to kill us the whole time, it easily could have just let us go down and try to kill it.
Yes, it's probably retarded.
We also have to understand it's probably running out of energy. Considering the gaps in its power after its initial exhibition, it's probably can't do that too much.
Yes. That makes sense.
Which is why it started relying on the explosions. Now let's go around this and let's camp for the night.
As you continue forth, you quickly put as much distance as you can behind you from the current location. You can see through the dense forest between the other multiple creatures and smaller lizards that are just running by, seeming to eat the insects and other flora and fauna of this forest. You start to see it makes sense of the stone totems carved that you've witnessed, and realize that there's almost a semicircle barrier kind of set up between where these stones were carved, and easily deduce that this might be the distance that creature can reach, and that's what these markers are for.
I don't think we should tell the town about this. I fear somebody might abuse it, considering how we almost accidentally released it.
Yes.
Someday I want to come back, though. It would be interesting to have killed a god.
It's a demigod, not a full-blooded god, Keshi.
Right. Whatever that has god blood is being challenged.
Well, we're on our way.
Alrighty. So,
Let me surge myself back to fucking full. There we go.
you usually put a good amount of distance behind you and set down for the night. You finally have a moment to reprieve and collect yourselves after that. Ilmar and Jandra are looking to you and like, never witnessed anything that does that before.
Neither have I, really. It was impressive, I guess, if I wasn't worried it was going to throw me into a pit with me.
a creature that relies so much on petty, cowardly tricks like that wouldn't be much in a straight-up fight, I assure you.
Yes. I suggest we avoid those for now.
Yeah. We have a mission after all.
And now we're leaving.
I'll have to look up the name it gave me later. I don't know if they'll have any books around here about it, but it might be worth asking around.
Yes. It's actually a really interesting idea. You should do that, Argent.
The Argent's task is urgent. Urgent. Alright, well, I guess that's probably been like a full fucking day, so.
So, unless you do anything else before the night, you bed down for the brief time before Kesh has to have a full rest. Raziel and Puck join for the long rest as well. Everyone else just kind of takes power naps and trance and gets back into action.
We're just like having like playing cards and having a discussion when Kesh was just like, huh?
What the fuck?
You know I'm never going to get used to that. This is really strange.
You're the odd one out here, aren't you?
Yes, exactly. But I thought sleeping was the norm. Speaking of sleep, are we ending since it's that time?
Yes. Yeah, well, we'll pick up next time, since it'll be a good point in the time to continue, and it's been a week and 2 days in travel.
We barely got through a day.
Well,
next week, will it be your, 11:30 or?
That will be starting the week after, so.
Oh, okay. All right.
But, yeah, they'll be starting in 2 weeks. So be back in earlier and able to play a lot longer. Thankfully.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to it because I have not had enough time. It's been pissing me off.
Yeah.
I know you guys are eager to get more time into it, so am I.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, I hope you had fun tonight.
Yeah, it was interesting. Also found like a old demigod's tomb. Yeah.
Like, oh shit. Something interesting for later.
It might be tied to those lizard men that shoot poison darts.
Ooh.
Considering that they, like, if I remember correctly, something about worshipping a god that was